In this particular case, the metric is the energy consumption trend of buildings across a range of countries from 2000 to 2012. What does this tell us about energy efficiency in buildings? It tells us which countries are responsible for the most energy use in buildings globally. It also tells us where energy consumption is growing in the building sector. But it does not tell us why energy use is growing. Now consider this graph, which looks at the rate of change in energy consumption in buildings for those same countries. This one tells a slightly different story. It's clear that Italy, India, Australia, and Brazil are the fastest growing countries on this chart, with the exception of China, which grew so quickly it did not fit on the chart. Canada, France, and Japan have all reduced their energy use, but we can't tell if that's due to efficiency or other factors. This graph presents energy per person. We saw in the earlier chart that as population increases, so does energy use. Here, we can see that Canada and the United States use the most energy per person, but it doesn't say why. Canada has improved, but we also don't know why. Most countries have seen very little variation over the years. When we look at the same data, but look at the rate of change in energy per person, we see that India, Brazil, Korea, and Australia all have increasing energy use per person. But we can't tell which countries are starting at a low base or why they're increasing. Mexico, France, and the United States have the largest decreasing energy use per person. But just as with the increasing examples, we can't tell which ones are starting at a high base or why they're decreasing. Now let's look at energy use per floor area, which we often think of as a key metric to understand the efficiency of the actual building. Generally, we can see that France, Germany, and Japan have the highest energy use per floor area. Australia, Brazil, and China have the lowest energy use per floor area. Indonesia used to be the highest, but has seen large decreases in energy use per floor area over time. And Italy was historically quite low, but has seen increases. Again, as with other indicators, these data do not tell why these trends are occurring. And finally, on the metrics, when we look at the same floor area data and only look at the rate of change in energy per floor area, for the countries that fit in the chart, we can see most have a declining trend over time, but we can't say why.